everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Elise and I am your yoga teacher today. Are you up for a nice vinyasa with a lot of chair pose? We'll be on our two legs quite a while. It's gonna burn a little bit, but we do like the burn, don't we? So hop on your mat and let's get started. Alright, lovely people, you can come to a comfortable seated position. You can try to do something, and if you want you can sit on the blanket just to elevate the hips, and if you want you can see if you can bring your ankles parallel to each other rather than crossing them, but that's up to you. I mean, just sit however comfortable. It's gonna burn enough in a minute. You can roll your shoulders up, back and down, gentle opening of the chest. And you can close your eyes for a moment and just let's settle the breath, let's settle the mind. Let's forget about everything that happened earlier or didn't happen, and let's not worry about what might happen later. And anchor ourselves in this present moment for an hour of self-care. You can start by welcoming the breath. Just observe where you can feel your breath. Maybe you can even listen to it. You can connect to the body sensations and just observe how your body is feeling today. You can have a quick body scan from the crown of the head to the tip of the toes, observing if there is any tension, any discomfort that you can release, any tightness. Use your out breath to release and create space. And then you can check in with your mind. Just check how your mind is feeling, and if there are any negative thoughts, any stress that you can release, anything that doesn't serve you. And again, you can, with your exhales, you can visualize this tension or these negative thoughts leaving your mind. There is a saying, well, it's not really a saying, but it's like a meme that says, inhale the good shit and exhale the bullshit. I'm sorry, it's a bit rude, but you can still do that. And here you can set an intention for your practice. You can think of a quality that you need more in your life. And you can bring the words I am in front of that quality and repeat it 3 times. Can be anything. Can be I am strength, I am patience, I am lovable, whatever it is that you need. And together we're going to take 3 lion breaths. So you want to keep your eyes closed to do that. It's a bit, it feels a bit silly, but it's a good cleansing breath. So basically we inhale through the nose, and when we exhale we stick the tongue out and we really exhale all the air in a forceful manner. So let's start by emptying all the air we have in the chest and in the belly. Now inhale deeply through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale with the tongue out. Don't look at your screen. Now inhale again. Open the mouth, stick the tongue out, exhale. And one more time. Inhale. Open the mouth, stick the tongue out, exhale. And come back to a gentle breathing. And you might have a good giggle about it, which is good. Now bring your hands in front of your heart. Rub the palms together to create some heat. Cup the palms in front of the eyes, and here you can feel some energy, you can feel some vibrations. Blink the eyes open in the hand, spread the fingers, and release. Good. I really hope you enjoyed that lion breath. When you have too much to let go, you can do that, and if you're at your desk, no one will sit. All right, now leave your arms heavy on the lap with the shoulders down, and now inhale, shrug the shoulders to the ears. Exhale, release the shoulders, you know, like a little kid that says he doesn't care. Again, inhale, shrug the shoulder. Exhale, release. Once more. Inhale, shrug the shoulders. Exhale, let go. Actually, one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Now we tuck the chin. We'll make a big circle to the right. So you inhale, you bring the right ear to the right shoulder, and you exhale on the way down. And when the chin reaches the chest, you inhale to the left. Big mindful circle. And when the chin reaches the chest, you can bring your head up. Good. Now interlace the fingers and place the hands in the base of the skull and open the elbows wide. Now take a big inhale here. On the exhale, drop the left elbow to the floor and the right elbow goes up, and you follow the right elbow with your eyes. Inhale to the center. On the exhale, right elbow drops to the floor. Lift the left elbow up and gaze towards the ceiling. One more time. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left, opening the chest towards the ceiling. Inhale, center. And exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Now stay here, lift your arms above the head, palms are facing each other. Take a big inhale, raise your fingertips high. On the exhale, right hand over the left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, press on the hands, long, long, long spine. And when you exhale, you twist over the back shoulder. Every time you inhale, you lengthen your spine. And when you exhale, you twist a little deeper. Now complete your exhale. Inhale, lift both arms up, palms facing each other, and we exhale on the other side. Right hand, left hand, right knee, and right hand behind. First you inhale, you look towards the front, and when you exhale, you twist. Every time you inhale, you lengthen the spine, you reach through the crown of the head, and when you exhale, you have more space to deepen the twist. Deep breathing. Complete your exhale. Inhale, both arms up. And exhale, release your fingertips on the floor. Good. And you can come to a tabletop position. So I'm just going to face you for this one. Make sure that your wrists are right under the elbows and the knees under the hips, and the feet disappear flat. So normally you shouldn't even be able to see my calf muscles. Now extend the right leg to the side. Make sure that it's not an exact science, but you want to have the foot or the toes aligned with the knee. Alright? Tuck the belly in, and here imagine you had a block or a book on the sacrum and you want to keep that book lifted. We'll take series of cat-cows here. So you know cat-cows. You inhale, you drop the belly, you arch the back and you look up. And when you exhale, you press the floor away from you, you round the upper back, you gaze towards the navel, and you feel a nice stretch in the shoulder blades. And again, inhale, arch the back, look up, lift the heart, and exhale, round. Really press the floor away from you, tuck the chin. One more time. Inhale, arch, open the heart, look up, and exhale, round. You should feel a nice stretch in the right thigh as well. And back to a neutral position. Now open the fingers of the left hand wide, lean on the left hand, inhale, open to the right. Right fingertips towards the ceiling, engage the core here, really press on the left hand so you don't collapse the ears in the shoulders. Now we thread the needle, so you inhale the fingertips towards the ceiling, and on the exhale the right hand comes underneath the left arm. We only hover. Inhale, press the floor away, lift to the right, and exhale again. We thread the right arm underneath the left. We only hovering. Inhale all the way up, and on the exhale we release, right hand on the floor, and come back to a tabletop position. Make sure you haven't lost your alignment, so make sure that the knees are under the hips and the wrist underneath the shoulders. Yeah, now left leg to the side. Again, check your alignment, although it's not an exact science, but you want to have some kind of a right alignment. I'm repeating myself. Now, 3 series of cat-cows. On an inhale, arch the back, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the upper back, press the floor away from you, tuck the chin and squeeze the navel to the spine. And again, inhale, arch the back, lift the heart, look up. And exhale, round. Again, you can listen to your breath here. One last time. Inhale, arch, look up. And exhale, round. And come back to a neutral spine. Now, leaning on the right hand with the right fingertip spread. You inhale and you open to the left. Left fingertips towards the ceiling. You want to have a big line of energy from the tip of the toes of the left hand to the tip of the toes of the right arm, the right hand. Big long line of energy. Inhale here, and on the exhale we thread the left arm underneath the right. We are only hovering. Inhale, press the floor away, lift the fingertips up, feel the energy, and exhale, thread the needle, left arm underneath the right. Inhale to lengthen and to open. And exhale, left hand on the floor, and you can come back to a tabletop position. And again, make sure you haven't lost your alignment, that everything is right where it should be. Now keep the feet flat on the floor. Press on the feet, really press on the top of the feet. Spread the fingers wide, and here you really want to send the navel up and back. We warm up the core. Spread the fingers, and now lift the knees off the floor, and at the same time we kind of stretch the ankles. Gaze between the thumb. We stay here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale and release. Good. Woo. You can feel that in the shoulders as well. We'll do this one more time, but this time we tuck the toes. So tuck all 10 toes on the floor. Now press on the hand, lift the knee. Hover the knees from the floor. This should feel a little bit easier. So we'll stay here for the count of 5, 4, 3, smile, 2, 1, release. Good. You can come for a quick child's pose, bringing the heel, the thighs, the hips to the hips. Forehead on the floor. Take 3 cycles of deep breath here. Observe the upper back expanding as you breathe in. And now from your child's pose, come back to a tabletop position. Again, make sure that you haven't lost your alignment. Tuck the toes, press on your hands, lift the hips
up and back and come here for your first downward dog of today. So you can pedal the feet, you can lift one knee after the other. Find any movement that feels comfortable in that position. I like to bend the knees, I like to shift my hips from one side to the other. Really make it your own. You can march your feet. That's what we'll do later in chair pose. So you might want to get used to it. And then you can come to stillness. Let's check your alignment just for a moment, although I think you're starting to know it. Middle fingers pointing towards the front of the mat. Your fingers are widely spread and you press on the knuckles. Shoulders externally rotated so they're away from the ears. No tension in the neck. You could at least gaze towards your knees. And while you gaze towards your knees, make sure that your feet are hip distance apart, that your ears are firmly planted in the floor, or at least that's what they want to do. You stretch the back of the leg and the spine. And you breathe. Now gaze between your hands. Bring the right foot and then the left foot forward. And keep a nice bend in the knees and fall forward for your ragdoll pose. So you can grab opposite elbows here. You can even rest the thigh on the chest if you want it. Not the chest on the thighs. Oh, this is going to be one of these days. And you can sway from side to side, or you can just dangle here. You know, that's a pose you can do at work when you feel a bit stressed. You can just hide behind the desk and just find your ragdoll pose. The brain loves to be below the heart. Now if you're moving, come back to stillness. Release the elbows. And now we'll make a big circle with the arms alongside the body, pressing on the feet so we can rise up all the way up. Fingertips travel to the ceiling. The right hand circles the left wrist. You inhale, you pull your left fingertips towards the ceiling, and on the exhale you bend to the right. So you send the hips to the left and the fingertips to the right. Now inhale back to the center, release the wrists. Left wrist circles the right, left hand circles the right wrist. Inhale, pull the fingertips towards the ceiling, and on the exhale the fingertips to the left and the hips to the right. Inhale back to the center, and exhale, release, hands alongside the body for your mountain pose. Mountain pose, bring your big toes to touch. You can slightly separate your heels. Lift your kneecaps. Now first of all, lift your toes. And then from the pinky toes, spread the toes back on the floor, on the mat, so you should be able to see the color of the mat between the toes. That's the first thing we want to do. Then we want to lift the kneecaps so we engage the quads. The tailbone is facing down and the pelvis is forward. You can gently start to engage the core. Roll the shoulders away from the ears, bring the chin parallel to the chest, and gently squeeze the glutes here. And now observe how the body is standing on your 2 feet. Imagine there is a thread pulling you towards the ceiling from the crown of the head, and there are 2 weights attached to your feet, grounding you and rooting you to the earth. Now bring your hands to your heart. If your eyes were closed, you can open the eyes. Now inhale, lift the arms high. You can follow the hands with your eyes. And on the exhale, you fall forward. You can keep a soft bend in the knees if you want it. Inhale, look halfway up. Lift your back halfway with a long spine. And on the exhale, you can bend the knees, bring the palms of the hands on the floor. Bring the right foot and the left foot back for a high plank. Squeeze the glute and squeeze the belly. Now bring your knees on the floor. Shift the weight forward, bend the elbows, bring the chin, the chest on the floor so the butt is lifted. Slide your legs, press on your hands, inhale, and find a gentle cobra here. Very gentle.
Keep a nice bend in the knees, send the chest forward, squeeze the shoulder blades and press the feet on the floor. Now inhale here. On the exhale, lower down. Tuck the toes, press on your hands, come back onto all fours and press back to downward dog. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Now look forward. Bring the right foot and the left foot at the front of the mat. Inhale, look halfway up with a long spine. And exhale, fall forward. It's called Uttanasana. Press on the feet. Big circle with the arms alongside the body. Use the core to lift up. Gaze towards the ceiling, towards the hands. And we exhale, we fall forward all the way down. Uttanasana again. Inhale, look halfway up. On the exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands on the floor, find your high plank. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the belly. Bring the knees on the floor, chin, chest on the floor, the butt is lifted, slide the legs, inhale, find your cobra. Now from cobra, we lift to downward dog. So tuck the toes, press on your hands, lift your hips up and back, and downward dog. You can always come on your knees if needed, don't worry about it. Take a deep cycle of breath here, or a cycle of deep breath, Now complete the exhale, look forward, right foot, left foot at the front of the mat. Inhale with a long spine and a flat back. Exhale, fall forward. Press on the feet, inhale, rise up, all the way up, gaze towards the ceiling. And exhale, last time, fall forward all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, find your high plank. Knees, chest, chin on the floor. Slide the legs, inhale, find your cobra. Tuck the toes, exhale, press on the hands, downward dog. Inhale and exhale. Now gaze forward, right foot, left foot at the front of the mat. Inhale with a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to the heart. And release. Good. Let the fun begin. Alright, so you know chair pose. So you can have your feet to touch, or you can have your feet slightly separated. That's a bit of, you can experiment. You can really see what works for you and what doesn't. Arms alongside the body, chest open. Stand proud and tall. Now bend the knees, inhale, find your chair pose. Let's just correct your alignment for a moment. You want to be able to see your toes. So if you gaze down, you should see your toes. If not, it means that you are much too forward. So sit back. Gaze between your hands, shoulders away from the ears. And here, let's start to just march. So you want to lift one foot after the other. Just marching on the same spot. Good. Try not to move your hips too much. Keep your core engaged. All right. Now come to stillness. Inhale and exhale, fall forward. Inhale halfway, create space. We release a little bit the legs and exhale, fold. Now again, inhale, find your chair pose. Correct your alignment, make sure you can see your toes. And now bring all the weight on the left foot so you can lift the right foot off the floor. Bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh and sit as you would sit in a chair. This is called standing pigeon. Breathe. You can bring the hands to the chest if you want, and you can experiment and bring the hands to the floor. Whatever here feels good, you can come on the fingertips, or hands to the chest, or hands forward. Now, inhale here, and on the exhale, come back to your chair pose. Good. Now again. Now, we change legs, so bring all the weight on the right foot, and slide the left foot back, find your high lunge, inhale your arms up towards the ceiling, so your shoulders are right above the hips, and your back foot is lifted. Whoopsie daisy. Inhale here, and exhale, open your warrior, so you are now in warrior 2. Back foot is flat, the front knee is bent, the right leg is parallel to the floor, and you should be able to see your big toe. Soft breathing. Now extend the front leg for Trikonasana, triangle pose. Shift your hip back, reach forward, reach with the right hand, reach, reach, reach. And when you can't anymore, you can bring the right hand to the floor, lift the left arm up, bring the hips forward and the shoulders back. You can gaze up or you can gaze down. You can bring the hand on a shin or on a block if you have a block at home. Engage the core and breathe. Most importantly, breathe. Now inhale, rise up, find your pointing stars, so the toes are pointing outward, your arms are extended towards the ceiling. Inhale here, and on the exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands in front of the chest for goddess pose. Whoopsie. And in our goddess pose, let's see if we can lift the left heel off the floor, and then down. Now lift the right heel off the floor, and down. Good, sink a little deeper. Now press on the feet, inhale, rise up. Exhale, bring your hands on your hips, and now turn your toes inward. So the heels are slightly more to the side. Long spine, inhale here, and on the exhale, hinging from the hips, fall forward. You might want to adjust the stance of your feet here if you need to. Bring the hands on the floor, press on the floor so you can pull yourself down, and the crown of the head wants to reach your mat or the earth. Maybe it can't, and it's fine. Now inhale, press on the floor, look halfway up, the same way we did in the forward fold. Bring your hands on your hips, lift up, turn the front foot towards perpendicular to the floor, and here with your right foot, with the foot that is to the back, you step at the front of the mat. Good. And we do this on the other side. Alright, so you might want to shake your legs a little bit. Extend the arms long. Find your mountain pose. Catch your breath. Now on an inhale, bend the knees, find your chair pose. Make sure you can see the toes. Your shoulders are away from the ears and you gaze between the hands. And here again, you can march. Lifting one foot after the other with control. Try not to move the hips too much. Little march, little chair march. Good. And now you come to stillness. Lean on the left foot. So you, is it the left foot? Yeah, lean on the left foot. No, lean on the right foot. So you can bring the left ankle over the right thigh. Almost got me here. Find your pigeon pose. Again, you can bring the hands to the heart. You could even bring the hands to the floor. See what works for you here. See what you like, what the body feels like doing today. And breathe. Don't hold the breath. I know it's burning. Inhale here. On the exhale, straighten the right leg and find your chair pose again. Now, all the weight on the left foot, slide the right toes at the back of the mat. Inhale your arms up for a high lunge. Let's settle here for a moment. Inhale, reach your fingertips high. And on the exhale, open your warrior two. Squeeze the right glute. Pelvis forward, tailbone down. Make sure that the front knee is to the side and not in. And you press on the other edge of the back foot. Find your inner warrior. Now straighten the front leg. Shift the hips back. Reach forward with the left hand. You want to reach, 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 reach. And when you can't anymore, find your triangle pose. The left fingertips on the floor, or maybe lightly resting on the shin. Right fingertips towards the ceiling. Press the hips forward and the shoulders back. You gaze up or you gaze down, whatever your neck is feeling today. Now using your core, inhale, rise up for your pointing stars. I'm just gonna face you again. Good, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here, and on the exhale, bend the knees, find your prayer squat. Good, and again, let's see if we can lift the right heel off the floor, and then down. Lift the left heel off the floor, and down. And now let's see if we can lift both heels off the floor, and down. Good, inhale, rise up, 5 pointing stars. Now bring the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers and shift the toes towards the inside of the mat. Inhale, open the chest, press the knuckles down, and on the exhale, hinging from the hips, fall forward. Crown of the head wants to reach the floor, and the hands reach above the head towards whatever front of the mat you are. The weight is more towards the toes. You can keep a micro bend in the knees if you want. Now press on the feet. Inhale, rise up. Release the hands. The front foot turns perpendicular to the floor, and you make a big step to come back to the front of the mat. And you can wiggle it out. Good, we have one more chair to do. So, find your mountain pose, Tadasana. Bend the knees, inhale, find your chair pose. Make sure you can see your toes here. Inhale, exhale, rest the chest on the thighs, sweep your arms back. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale again, sweep the arms back, chest on the thighs. Inhale, chair pose. One more time, exhale, arms back. Inhale, chair pose. Stay here for a moment. Now, lean on the left foot, lift the right foot off the floor. Bring your hands to your chest and see here if you can straighten the left leg and find your warrior 3. Extend the right leg back. It's a bit of a funky transition, but I thought we might try it. Don't open the hip. Again, imagine you have a block on the sacrum, so you want to keep it flat. Inhale here. Exhale, bend the left knee. Bring the right foot next to the left. Find your chair pose again. You with me? You're with me. Good. Now, hands to the heart. No, keep the hands up. Lean on the right foot. Start to straighten the right leg. Kick the left leg back. And find your warrior 3. Whoopsie. Again, don't open the hip squares to the floor. And breathe. Now start to bend the right knee. Bring the left knee back. Find your chair pose. Inhale here. And exhale, release, fall forward. Press on the feet. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Release the arms alongside the body, close your eyes, and catch your breath. And here you can have a quick check-in with the body, see how it's feeling. Observe the energy flowing. Maybe you can feel some vibrations, some tinglings in the fingers. Your heart pumping in your chest. Really connect to the physical sensations, and by doing that you really anchor yourself in the present, and I'm sure your mind is very quiet by now. Just a few more breaths here. Now take a big breath in and exhale. And you can open the eyes again. Good. Bring your hands to your heart. Come on the fingertips, on the toes, not on the fingertips. And using the core, squeezing the glutes, start to bend the knees and come down. Stay on the toes, stay on the toes, and when we reach the floor, we stay on the toes. Good. Take a moment here, find your drishti, find a focal point. Now, see if you can, without using the hands, but you might have to use them, come on the soles of the feet. And here, see if you can make yourself in a little ball. Really squeezing the knees, squeezing the chest against the thighs. And from here again, you can use the hands, or you can gently, with delicacy, whoops, come back to seated. Good. All right. And now you can extend the legs in front of you. Well done. Oof, I'm sweating. I'm sure you're sweaty as well at home. All right, slightly separate the feet or the legs and send the toes towards you and the heels towards the front of the mat. So maybe the heels lift a little bit. Engage the kneecaps. Now bring the hands alongside the hips with the palm flat, really next to the hips. If you have long arms, you might need to bring the arms to the side, but if you have like regular arms, they can be next to the hips. And now press on the hands. So you have here, you see the movements, you have a gentle lift of the chest and squeeze of the shoulder blades. It's called Dandasana, seated staff pose. Engage the core. It's actually a very active pose if you do it right. Navel up towards the spine, chest lifted, gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades. I feel that in my obliques for some reason. Now, keeping that posture, lift your arms up, keeping the shoulders down. Now you can gently bend the knees, so you bring the thighs a little higher. And here you can fall forward, so the chest rests on the thighs. Your hands can fall wherever they want to fall, wherever they can fall. And here, see if you can, keeping the chest on the thighs, if you can slide the heels forward, but the chest must always be on the thighs. So if it means that you are here, it's fine. Don't round the neck and don't round the upper back. But that's a nice way to find a forward fold. Every time you inhale, you lengthen the spine. And when you exhale, you can deepen the pose. And observe again, observe where you can feel this and how it feels. Now on your next inhale, slowly release, not slightly. Good. Now bring the right foot over the left knee and squeeze your legs towards the chest, like a good squeeze here. Bring the right hands behind you, and with the left elbow you hug your right knee. You really wrap your arms around it and you twist to the side. Make sure that the both sit bones on the floor, so make sure you don't lift the right hip. And again, when you inhale, imagine that thread pulling you towards the ceiling, and now the weight's on your sit bones really rooting you down the earth. Now take a big breath in, exhale, release, come back to the front, extend the right leg, bring the right foot over the right knee, squeeze towards the chest, activate the right foot, should have told you on the other side. Left hand behind you, now wrap your right arm around the left leg, you really give it a big hug. Inhale, lift the chest up, and when you exhale, you twist towards the side, towards the back of the mat. It's the left. And again, imagine the thread pulling you towards the ceiling when you inhale. So when you exhale, you can deepen the twist. Both sit bones on the floor. Don't lift the left hip. Deep breathing. And slowly release. Good. I'm just going to face you. Now bring the soles of the feet together. And you could bring your hands to the back and lift your your pelvis, so you bring it closer to the hips. Now with your peace fingers, so the middle fingers and the index, you make a little hook around the big toe. And now slightly hinge back and lift the heels off the floor and find that sweet spot of balance here. I give you several options. It's an extended bound angle, so you can stay here, which is fine, or you can start to experiment and lift the right leg. You like it, you bring it back. Maybe you extend the left leg. You like it, you bring it back. And now guess what? Now maybe you can open both legs to the side, or you can play around with one leg and the other. What I don't want you to do is this is bad. So I'd rather you be here with a very nice posture than here. So experiment, take a few moments here, find your drishti, find your focal point, and experiment with the legs, left and right, maybe both, and if you fall, it's fine, you just have to get back to it. Exactly how we do it in lab, right? Now take a big breath here. On the exhale, we release the pose, but we first bring the soles of the feet together and down. Good. And now we can do a butterfly pose. So grab your feet with your toes with your hands, and here flap your wings. So you want to bring the knees towards the floor, releasing the hip flexors. Now on an inhale, bring the heels up, hold the breath. Exhale, flap your wings. And we'll do this one more time. Inhale, knee up, hold the breath. Exhale, flap your wings. Good. And come back to stillness. Very good. Very nice. Now plant the feet on the floor with the knees lifted towards the ceiling. Extend the arms forward. Gently round the upper back. So gentle round of the upper back here, so you can unroll the spine vertebra by vertebra with control. Maybe your belly shakes a bit. It just means that the energy is flowing. Okay. Bring the hands alongside the body with the palm facing down. And now lift your legs 90 degrees towards the ceiling. Make sure the lower back is on the floor and the tailbone as well. We'll just stay here for a moment before we go any further. So here I want you to bring all your attention on the lower belly. So by pressing on the lower belly, you press the lower back on the floor. We don't want to have a gap here. So before we do a little bit of a leg movement, just maybe close the eyes. Visualize that lower abdomen. Press that lower abdomen to the floor so that the lower back is glued to the earth as well. And not that anyone is old here, but by having the leg up, we slow down the aging process. So it's good. Now, take a big inhale. And on the exhale, slowly you lower down the right leg. It hovers the floor. You squeeze the belly and you inhale the right leg up. And now on the exhale, you slowly lower the left leg down. Slowly lower the left leg down. It only hovers. Inhale, lift back up. You still have the lower belly engaged. Exhale the right leg down very slowly. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale, left leg up. One more time. Exhale, right leg down very slowly. Keep squeezing the lower abdomen. Inhale, right leg up. And exhale slowly. The slower, the harder actually. And you inhale back up. Bring your knees to the chest and release. And maybe you can roll on your back from side to side if that feels good. Alright, now keep the knees. So when we hold the knees, it's a passive pose. And now we make this pose active. So we stop holding. We let go of the hold. So the knees stay to the chest. And now you bring the arms alongside the body. Now flex the feet. Now inhale and exhale, straighten the left leg to the front. It's only hovering. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, extend the right leg. As if you were pushing against the wall. Inhale, bend the right knee to the chest. Exhale, left leg. Inhale, back to the chest. Exhale, right. Inhale. Exhale, left forward. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, right. Keep squeezing the abdomen. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Imagine you pushing a heavy wall. Heavy wall. So you really make the pose harder. And keep going like this. You exhale, you push the wall, you inhale back. Exhale, push the wall, inhale back. One more time on each side. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Keep the knees to the chest. And now wrap your arms around and release. Woof, well done. Alright, now plant your feet on the floor. We have one more thing to do, well actually two. We'll take very slow bridge pose. So make sure that your feet are parallel to each other. And imagine you had something between the thighs that you want to hold together. So you don't have the thighs that go to the side. Hands, the fingertips can touch the heels. Good, now press on the feet. Inhale, lift your hips. And now lift your arms above the head. So the arms go behind the head with the palm facing up. That's all. Inhale. Exhale, lower down the arms and lower the back on the floor. Again, inhale, press on the feet, lift the hips, lift the arms above the head, squeeze the glutes, imagine that thing between your thighs that you want to squeeze, and exhale, lower down. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, but we hold it. Inhale. Hold. And exhale. Now bring the thighs to the chest. Come to your happy baby pose. Open the knees wider than the torso. Either you grab your big toe, you grab your ankle or the other edge of the feet. The lower back stays on the floor. And with your hand, you press on the feet or on the ankles so you bring the knees as close to the floor as you can. And here maybe you want to sway from side to side, but it's absolutely optional. Just enjoy your happy baby. Maybe you want to straighten one leg after the other. Maybe both legs at the same time. Just find any playful movement here to finish this sweaty practice. And then when you're ready, you can release baby pose and you can extend the legs in front of you and come into Shavasana. Open the legs as wide as you want. Opening the arms as wide as you want with the palm facing up. Make sure that your head, your neck, your spine and your tailbone are one same line. Let your feet drop on each side of the mat. And here take a big breath in. And exhale. And again, big breath in. And slowly exhale. When you exhale all the air. One last time, the deepest inhale you can. Hold it at the top and exhale. And now you can come back to a gentle and a natural breath. A simple breath. Shavasana is called the corpse pose. It's nothing to do with death, but it's the old you, the yourself before the practice, reborn into the new you, transformed after your yoga practice. A body with renewed energy, but first it has to take all the benefits of the practice. So Shavasana is a moment of stillness, a moment of complete relaxation. So you can bring your attention to the feet and release your feet. You can switch them off. Bring your attention to your calf muscles and switch them off. Your knees, relaxed. Your thighs, switched off. Your hips and your buttocks, switched off. Your lower body is completely relaxed. It's done for today. Nowhere to be and nothing to do. You can just be here, heavy, sinking into the floor. Now bring your attention to your abdomen and relax it completely. Your chest, your lungs, relaxed. Your upper back and your shoulders, switched off. You can feel them heavy on the floor. Your upper arms, your elbows and your forearms, switched off. Your hands and your fingers, you can switch them off as well. Your entire body is heavy, sinking into the floor, completely relaxed, supported. Now you can relax your face, every little muscle and every little cell in your face. Gently separate the teeth so you can release the jaw and the tongue. And you can also make sure that you unfrown the forehead. Relax the muscles around the eyes. Relax the temple and the space between the temples. And now you can bring your attention to your heart center. And maybe you can listen to your heartbeat. Or you can feel your heartbeat in your chest. And you can stay present with it for the next few moments. Or you can just stay present with the breath. Breathing gently and softly. Don't let the mind control your shavasana. Stay present with the breath or with the heartbeat. You can now slowly bring your awareness back to the space around you. Without opening the eyes, you can visualize the shapes and the colors. Visualize the ceiling and the walls, and your body lying on the floor. And you can start to bring your body back to life by wiggling the fingers and the toes. You can make gentle rotation with the ankles and the wrists in one direction and then in the other. And if you feel like it, you can move your head from one side to the other very gently. And then you can swipe the arms behind the head and you can stretch in a deep inhale. And when you're ready, you bring your knees to the chest. And you can roll on either side, finding seated, fetal position here, just one moment. Let's rise up slowly. And from the floor, you can rise up to a seated position with your legs crossed and your eyes closed for one more moment. Find a gentle lift in the heart and let the flow of energy in the breath go back to a vertical position. Now bring your hands in front of your heart. And here you can repeat the intention you said at the beginning of the practice 3 times. It's like a little seed that you plant.
You've answered my prayer for.
Then you can take a moment to thank your amazing, beautiful and strong body for allowing you to do yoga today. And maybe a special thanks to your legs and your abs. And then also to yourself for making the time to be on your mat, taking care of your body and your mind. And to close our time together, we chant the peace mantra Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You can exhale all the area in the chest and in the belly. Now inhale deeply to chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you, beautiful yogis. Thank you for joining my practice. I hope you had a great time and that your legs are